Hello and welcome to 1v1 Football with Uno Mbali. Welcome to another episode. It's 1v1 Football. Igama ngithulani. To the people who have subscribed, man. Thank you so much. So a lot has happened since the last time we spoke, right? Umabasa has gone to Stellenbosch. Wonder Boy Makubu has gone to Stellenbosch. Who else? Sanele Barnes back to Richards Bay. Tato Kiba to Sekukune. There's a lot happening in the market, but yeah, today is the last day of all that madness. It's the last day of the window. Okay, I'm recording this on Thursday, the 29th of January 2026. So the window is going to close tonight. Are we still going to hear some more moves? Sizothetha ngabo in the next episode. But today, yeah, a lot has happened. Brian Leon has played for Sundowns. Kulumani Ndaman has had his debut. Brian Leon has had 2 goals already. If you remember in my last video, I did say that I didn't know much about him, and I didn't want to go and search for the highlights. I wanted to watch for myself, and I actually watched him play against Orbit College, and he scored. I think it was a header, and against Sekukune, he scored a beautiful header again where he punched the ball. So, and we've had Utato Sibia getting his debut for Sundowns from ETDC side, Diabo, and he had a man of the match in that game against Orbit with an assist for Brian Leon. So it was a good day for him, and yeah, he had a second game already in CAF. So yeah, it's looking good for the young man with the left back for Mamelodi Sundowns. Very attack-minded left back who recovers well defensively as well. So and Kulumani Ndamane has had his debut, like I've said. I think, yeah, he had a decent debut, 7/10. If you ask me, well, because if you check him, he was, yeah, very late in some of the tackles, either in the air or, well, in the ground duels. He had an incident there, but in terms of his passing and his aerial dominance, I thought he did very well. His passing was the best of his attributes that showed on the day. Not surprised at all, because this is a ball-playing centre-back, and now he's playing at Sundowns, a team that is going to have more of the ball. So that part of his game is going to shine more. The passing is going to shine more. What else happened? I think one more thing I need to mention is that do not burn your bridges. As a player now, I'm talking to the young player. Do not burn your bridges. I'm talking to you with regards to Sanele Barnes. Barnes left Richards Bay to go to Cape Town. He played, and the coach that signed him left. There was a new coach. And yeah, he's back at Richards Bay. He left on good terms, I believe. I think he signed a pre-contract with Stellenbosch, but still continued to give Richards Bay good performances, which I think the fans did appreciate. The send-off was good, and yeah, he helped the team out of the relegation zone actually. So if you sign a pre-contract, you still have an obligation to perform where you are, But we did say last time that stats can be like a bikini. Do you believe that? Do they show everything? Asaz, but Optajab has given us some stats. If you're not following Optajab, please don't do that to yourself. You're missing out. you are missing out. You need to follow Optajabu. He's got the stats of our beautiful league, BetwayPremiership. You can always go and search on his timeline. He's there on X. He's there on Facebook. He's there on. You can always subscribe to his newsletter weekly, if it does weekly, but you can subscribe to that. Yeah, he's released some stats. Yeah, snaking and too. And before I go to the Nkingentsha, he Optajabu did say that Brandon Peterson has the most clean sheets for the club. If we look at halfway, most teams have played 15 games. Pirates, that team that's got 2 games in hand, games in hand is always the case for Pirates. So they have 2 games in hand. We've got a few teams that have played 16 games already, but now we're talking 15 games, which is halfway through to the season. So Brandon Peterson, in KaizerChiefs history, he has the most clean sheets, Brandon Peterson has got 10 clean sheets in 15 games, the best for KaizerChiefs ever. So the second one in line is Brian Baloyi. It's Brian Baloyi, but he's got 8 clean sheets in 15 games. So Brandon Peterson, your name is in the history books. You have the most number of clean sheets. Well done to you. But having said that, we actually have a bigger problem in the league currently, according to Optajabu. We have a problem of scoring goals. We have a problem of scoring goals. We, in halfway through the season, we have played 120 games. In those games, we have the lowest number of goals scored, 229, this season. So the next lowest is 2021-2022 season with 236 goals. So where's the issue? What is the problem? Is it our strikers failing? Is it our defenders, defensive structures? Because defending is a team effort, I believe. What's your view on this? Who takes the credit? Is it defensive structures that are doing well, goalkeepers doing well, or is it poor attacking structures? Coach Steve used to say, or likes to say, that this thing is like a short blanket. I don't know if it's Coach Steve or Gavin Hunt, actually. It's like a short blanket. You cover the head, you show your legs, and if you cover your legs, you show your head. So you have to pick your struggle. So it looks like most of the teams have picked the defensive struggle. So they wanted to defend more. And as a result, we're suffering in terms of goals scored. That's Optajabu saying that. So in the 120 games that have been played, we've had way too many 1-0 games, 37 of them ended in 1-0, it gives you a percentage of 31%. So it's the most we've had in 15 games. The second most has to be a season 2019-2020 season with 30%. So, but I want to pose a question to you to go in the comment section now and give me a guess. I'm going to tell you the answer at the end of the video. Give me a guess. Who in the league has won most games with that 1-0 result? Go now. Go in the comment section now. But I'm going to tell you at the end of the video who has had. But I know you can give me a guess now. So go in the comment section. Finally, Optajabu states that halfway through the season, we've had 23 penalties taken and only 13 of those were scored. So it does seem like we seem to be having an issue there. either in scoring or the goalkeepers are just good in shot stopping or saving these penalties. But yeah, tell me your thoughts on this in the comment section, of course, what you think about the lack of goals or the low volume of goals that we've been scoring this season, a ratio of 1.91 per game. But do not forget to follow Opta Jabu in all his social media platforms. You will get the updated stats, and you can always ask them a question, and they will give you an answer in whatever stat that you are looking for. Before going to the stats that I've tried to compile for you guys, I'd like you guys to actually indulge me here. What have been your thoughts this season so far? I mean, we are halfway now. What do you think about the league? I mean, if you like, you can even look at the teams that you have managed to watch, not just your team. And you can answer this question looking at your team specifically. How is your team doing? Are you happy? Where would you like them to beef up? I mean, it's the last day of the window today. Who would you like to see coming in? Yeah, what are your thoughts? Makosi, I think you should be happy because, yeah, I'm going to go straight to my stats that I prepared for you guys. We've had actually a total of 92 clean sheets. This gives a lot of credit, to the defenders, to the goalkeepers, and all that. But leading that is KaizerChiefs, with 11 clean sheets. Following that is two teams, so I'm giving you a top three. Following that is Orlando Pirates with 9 clean sheets, and Durban City as well with 9 clean sheets. Your thoughts on that? What do you think? Especially Makosi, last season we couldn't get a clean sheet. We couldn't stop conceding. Each game we had a goal. Each game we had a mistake, either from the goalkeepers or from the defenders, and we struggled, and the team struggled to get clean sheets. Where did things change? I think for me, the biggest thing that happened was giving one goalkeeper confidence. I think the biggest thing that was happening last season was giving both keepers or all the goalkeepers a chance, because Fiacre Ntwari was being given a chance, Bruce Fuma as well, and Brandon Peterson. So for me, this chopping and changing, especially in defense, goalkeeping is part of defending, causes a lot of instability, because I believe defending depends a lot on chemistry and understanding between the back 4 or 5. So what do you think changed? What do you think was the turning point for Chiefs to be leading the number of clean sheets with 11 clean sheets, followed by Orlando Pirates? We have to say that Orlando Pirates stand a better chance to have more clean sheets, or actually to have equal number of clean sheets to KaizerChiefs, because they have played 2 less games. They have played 13 games and they have 9 clean sheets. So if they get 2 more clean sheets, they are equal to KaizerChiefs. But that doesn't take away the fact that KaizerChiefs has been so good in terms of defending this season. Having said that, in terms of the number of clean sheets, I have to mention that, remember, these stats were compiled by me, 1v1 Football, and not Opta Jabu. So the fewest number of clean sheets goes to Mswenko Boys. Orbit College, I've got 2 clean sheets, followed by Magesi with 3 clean sheets. So Magesi and Orbit College are struggling to keep a clean sheet. The last stat to look at before answering the question of 1-0 deficit. It's not a deficit. Actually, it's the 1-0 result. So if it's a 2-1, 3-2, and all that, it doesn't count. But before we go there, we're looking at defending now, currently. So the number of goals conceded. We are going to look at the team that conceded most goals. It happened to be the same one that could not keep more clean sheets, more than 2 clean sheets this season. Orbit College. Orbit College have conceded 28 goals in 16 games. That gives you a ratio of 1.75 goal per game. So yeah, they need to really work on their defending, Orbit College, if they want to get out of the red zone. But yeah, next to Orbit College actually is Chippa United. Chippa have conceded 21 goals in 16 games, which gives you a ratio of 1.31 per game. Yeah, so Chippa is another team that needs to really put some effort on the defensive structures, because yeah, they conceding a lot. 21 goals in 16 games is a lot actually. The best defenders of the league is KaizerChiefs, conceding just 6 goals. Mamelodi Sundowns conceded 7 in 15 games. But they still Orlando Pirates with 2 games in hand. Yeah, so Pirates have conceded 5 goals. In the next 2 games, they can't afford to concede to be the best defensive team in the league. So yeah, you can just share your views on what I've just shared. What do you think about your team? These are the stats that I went on and compiled. Going to the sharpshooters now. The most interesting part of football is actually goals, especially to us fans. The most interesting part of football is goals. That's what gets us excited in the stadium or in front of our TVs, or if there are people who still listen to radio for football, yeah, those two abachaza ngumsasazi xa isithi uba isemnatheni, it's a goal, those kind of things. But yeah, you can already guess, but the team with the most number of goals is Mamelodi Sundowns with 24 goals in 15 games. That gives you a ratio of 1.6 goal per game. After that, it's TX Galaxy, played 16 games and scored 22 goals. Gives you a ratio of 1.38 goal per game. But Orlando Pirates, with 2 games in hand, they have the same number, the same ratio with TS Galaxy, who have scored 18 goals in 13 games, which is another 1.38 ratio. Going to the question that I had of the team with the most number of games ending in a 1-0 result, it has to be drum balls, KaizerChiefs. KaizerChiefs have had 6 games that ended in a 1-0 result. Second is Orlando Pirates with 5 and AmaZulu with 4. KaizerChiefs seem to be getting almost everything going their way. Clean sheets, they are leading, but they need to score more goals, because if you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, who scored 24 in 15 games. Yeah, KaizerChiefs have just scored 15 goals in 15 games, which means it's just a goal per game. So they need to work on that. I need Opta Jabu to do something about the chance creation, chance conversion, what he normally does, but halfway through the season. But to get that, you need to follow Opta Jabu. For now, though, thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Thank you. Until the next one.